Has there ever been a guy you wanted that you weren't able to get?
No.
Oh, yikes.
Oh.
Yikes.
Another miss everything.
Yikes.
Why do women...
Like you said earlier,
she's no.
like you said earlier, she's attractive, but that literally knocked her down 3 notches.
It really did.
Welcome back to another episode of The Bridge Reacts. I am your host, Marcus.
And I'm your co-host, Jay. And we are here with another great one today.
Another big banger. Thank you so much for checking out another episode. And we genuinely love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hey, come here.
Lena,
Thanks.
go ahead. Give me the fingers back.
Give me the fingers back. Give
Go
me the
ahead.
fingers back. Today's episode, we are looking at if Who Hurt You Was a Person by the Young Don Reborn. This is one of my favorite YouTubers.
I have that many favorites.
I can.
You have
he's
12.
dope. He's dope though. Like, cause he's saved. He's a saved.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great. But Young Don Reborn, please subscribe to his channel. Check out his channel, like his videos. Check out our Instagram live as well. And then subscribe to the like button for our channel if you like us and like our vibe. But basically, this whole episode is going to be based upon the delusional blanket. Now we've referenced this term.
That's the
The
reality.
delusional blanket has been dissipated.
I'm just gonna. It's like that's delusional to really move with that perspective. Lift the blanket up.
What is the delusional blanket?
A false reality that a lot of women and some men live under.
And sometimes you just have to pull out that Band-Aid and snatch the blanket off.
Because you've been asleep for so long.
Been so asleep under that blue pill. And welcome to the red pill community, where you have your main villains, Marcus. Let's get into it. Delusion.
The men are sluts because it's a little, your nice little haircut, your edge looks good, your jaws are off.
No, you
Yikes.
probably heard
She's
this
cute,
before.
though.
A key that opens any lock is a master key. But a lock that opens
locks
up
are
to
nice,
any
too.
keys is a bad lock. The need to be right. Rules of modern dating and understanding women. Let's go.
The equal pay, I'm not trying to get beat. I want equal pay because it's like, why am I going to college? I'm getting A's and B's and this nigga got C's.
All right,
and he's
let
making
me
more money than me.
ask this. Let me ask this.
This
Would you want... Wait. Hold on.
She was on one already.
I was like, she looks a little like
She's
she's
probably-
been drinking.
So the guy that so this is like reaction inception.
Ooh, it's a reaction to a reaction.
Within a reaction. So like basically he is watching I forget the channel it's called. Damn it. Marcus put it somewhere.
He'll probably say it.
He'll say it. This person actually goes out to random individuals and just kind of like ask them like really interesting questions. Basically he's asking random people, it's typically women, but he does ask men too. Just a lot of stuff that has to do with like the modern dating scene, gender roles, or just the kind of things that we talk about.
Yeah.
And he gets a lot of interesting answers. A lot of times individuals may be intoxicated, which is kind of funny too, but like...
You get the real honest answers.
You
when
get
they're
a
drinking.
And here we go. Delusion.
Woo.
That you wish men understood better about women.
Where the clit is.
Whoa.
We're all different, and that it's, we all have different needs, we all have different wants, and that it's not one size fits all.
Okay, if all women are so different, why do we use the expression know how to treat a woman? Wouldn't that imply that there's like a universal nature?
Ooh, good response. Good response. At first I was thinking, yeah, there is truth to that. Every woman is different. Yes, there are similarities between, especially women of the same culture and of the same age range. But what works for Jane might not work for Becky. You know what I mean?
That all women exhibit?
That would, but what a thing to say.
So you don't agree with know how to treat a woman? You don't think that's a valid statement?
Absolutely
So
not.
how should a man treat a woman?
I don't think it's a universal statement. I think that if you're in a relationship...
He catching her though. Look, the universal things about how to treat a woman, I think we can be found in the second most important commandment that Jesus ever gave us, which is to love your neighbor as you love yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Treat
what I was
all
gonna
people
say.
with
It's like,
respect.
I was literally gonna say that I think the base principle is to be respectful, to be considerate, to have empathy when you're interacting with other people. Like I think that's the universal way to treat, not even just women. That's the universal way to treat people.
Right.
Obviously, when it comes to dating women, that's different because then you might have a woman who loves a lot of physical affection. You might have
Sure.
a woman that
Different
doesn't really
love
like.
languages.
Yeah. So I mean, there are every woman is different, but at a base level, you need like the kindergarten rule: treat your neighbor how you want to be treated.
Exactly. I think there.
Golden rule. That's what it's called.
It is the golden rule. A lot of people actually live their lives without even actually learning from that. I do think there is a standard of how you do treat women. Like, you can't treat women the same way you treat men.
Because we're not the same.
We're not the same. Say, for instance, if a man gets in my face versus a woman, I'm not going to treat both interactions the exact same way.
Yeah.
Clearly, I'm 6'4", 234, 40 pounds, broad shoulder. I'm not going to get aggressive and physical with a woman who's getting in my face. The most you'll get out of me is I just, take out a razor blade and cut your f***ing neck up.
Oh, yeah.
The most... that was extreme.
That really was.
Where am I
You
going
set
with this?
some violent examples.
Eddie Marcus, I'm so
He's
sorry.
not violent.
Kindness, mercy, grace, humility. These are things that go a long way regardless of whether you're dealing with a man or a woman. To her credit, yes, some women need a little bit more attention than others and other things.
Let me ask this: why do you think a lot of guys have a hard time finding the clitoris if it's always in the same place?
Because they're stupid.
It's not that hard to find.
They don't know how to touch it, please it. They're scared of the shit. They're scared of it. They be looking at it like,
What is that? I'm gonna go down.
You want me to look?
Yeah, like, easy.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What is this woman going on about?
Has there ever been a man you wanted that you weren't able to get?
Yes.
No, I mean, for me,
Oh boy,
There's-
here we go. Here we go. Has there ever been a man you couldn't get? Well, you see me.
not a man. Everybody wants me. It's usually
Oh.
the man that wants me.
Yikes.
gross.
Yikes.
What?
Yikes. Not to be cocky or anything.
Yikes.
Yikes.
We did an experiment recently. This is a sidebar. Went into each other's old Tinder profiles. That's how we
did.
found each other,
We
actually.
met each other on Tinder, actually.
Yeah, and their discretion, ladies might not know, we as men, even lovely looking guy like myself, we don't get that much attraction or that much play on dating apps as much as women would. It just doesn't happen. So you looked at mine, and were you surprised?
I was generally
You were
surprised.
genuinely surprised?
I was surprised. I thought
I had a little pool, but it ain't like your lake, your ocean of DMs and
kind of unread messages.
messages.
I mean,
But you still are humble about it. It's not like you're just this cocky
but
prick.
even still,
Everybody wants me.
the funny thing is, even still, there were some guys that I reached out to that never responded to me. There's some guys where I was like, oh, he is fine.
Sure.
And I reached out, homie never hit me back. It's
Yeah.
cool. It happens. Have there been men that I tried to connect with that didn't hit me back? Absolutely.
Yeah.
It happened.
Too bad you didn't look as good as this chick,
I
man.
know,
'Cause
right?
then
I mean,
you would have never gotten.
I know. They all would have been like beating down my door.
You see her shades? Come on now.
Look at it.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be cocky or anything, but it's never me trying to go for a man that I don't want.
So is it typically
know
true
where
that
you
women
can
want what
shoot
they
at.
can't have?
I'm just so amazing. I'm so amazing. Everybody loves me and wants me. Nobody ever rejects me because I'm awesome.
Yes.
Yep.
So then, would you agree that chasing women is terrible advice for men?
Yes.
Terrible advice.
Jesus, yes.
So then, how is a man supposed to get a woman then without chasing her?
You have to have game. You have to
Don't chase her.
make her want you without her knowing that you want her.
Okay, so like, what advice would you have for men? How can he do that?
Be confident,
Hmm?
but not
You
cocky.
know, you have to come
Thanks,
at her
Trey.
Not like your friend.
and buy us dinner. Take us out. Show us what you're about. And make it worth our while, and then we'll come on to you.
Mm.
Right, but I mean,
Gotta throw that free meal.
like a romantic relationship as opposed to just being friend zoned.
Because once we see what you can do, then we like you.
Well, I mean, are there certain like boxes that the man has to check off
Better
before
advice.
he goes from?
Yeah.
Are you
Do you guys
following?
want better advice?
Yeah, can you tell
How
us?
about, here's the thing. You are a man and you see a woman that you're interested in. Of course, get her attention, whether it's a DM, walk up to, whatever the situation is, get her attention, get in contact with her. Let her know, hey, I want to take you out sometime, blah, blah, blah. It does not have to be the most expensive restaurant on the block. It doesn't have to be. Honestly, as long as we're eating, I'm cool. I don't really care about the food. I'm more so like, how are we connecting? Like, ask me questions that make me think.
Not
really,
just what are you doing?
Yeah, like, oh, well, what's your favorite color? Like, what's your favorite like show to watch? But really connect with me. And I think when you really connect with someone, or you at least show the attempts to connect with someone, you're gonna stand out in her mind. You're gonna be like, oh, wait a minute. But he asked me what I thought about this and that. Like, no guy's ever done that before.
Yeah, trying to stand
He asked
out.
me about my perspectives on this.
I mean-
Don't be a simp.
Yeah, that's not it. That's when you lose all
Have
hope.
respect for yourself.
What do you mean by chasing here? What do you mean by chasing? Because I would say yes, a man should never be desperate. I mean, it should never feel like you're hounding a woman. But there is always going to be a degree of pursuit. And that's really the way that I think it should be. That's the way it's been for almost all of time. That's the way how it goes for most dudes. You gotta show interest. You gotta set up the date. You usually gotta make the first move. There's gonna be some pursuit, usually, on the man's part. But I guess she's probably interpreting chasing as just some form of desperate pursuit.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Has there ever been a guy you wanted that you weren't able to get?
No.
Oh, yikes.
Oh.
Yikes.
Another miss everything.
Yikes.
Why do women?
Like you said earlier,
said,
she's
No.
like you said earlier, she's attractive, but that literally knocked her down 3 notches.
It really did. Because be humble. Like, maybe it's you were going for the guys that you know would say yes.
She knew her range.
Yeah, you know
She
your
was
range.
shooting from half court. She knew her
Yeah,
range.
that's the thing. I feel like women know.
They know the range.
Women
usually.
know. Most women make mid to jump shots. We keep it where we know it's gonna go in. Because
Right.
women don't like rejection. We're not used to being rejected. That's why you see these women saying no. They're not used to being rejected.
And they know their range.
They have not humbled themselves yet.
Complain about men when women are the ones choosing the shitty men.
Well, the men are not literally. So I'm gonna put it like this: they'll date you, correct? But then when y'all start getting comfortable, that's when they show that they're not shit. That's when it comes on to the woman's part of leaving the motherfucker. Because if they're not shit, then you need to fucking leave them.
Wow. Ooh. You know?
The first men should be shit in the first because why are you putting on a whole persona just be not shit in the first place? Like you can't do all that.
If women are smarter than men, why
Which
should
they are.
If
Yeah,
women are
it's okay.
Her energy.
Yeah, it's making her less and less attractive.
If you hate
And she
men,
keeps
just say
talking.
it.
That's what I'm saying.
If you hate them, just say it.
She, literally, who hurt you?
That's
She
the
must have
title
just
video.
gotten out of a relationship because some guy did a number on her.
And dudes who also act like this and just like act like you just hate women, like you just have that vibe, you just talk shit about women all the time.
You haven't
Knock it
gone to
off.
therapy
Yeah,
yet.
go to therapy, help yourself.
Stop it. Get some help.
Like, bro, no. Once again, this is the channel holding everyone accountable. We do not hate women. We do not hate men. Just, look at themselves in the mirror and try to reflect to see what they can do and
just
change
be
about themselves.
realistic.
And take off that blanket.
Yeah, snatch that delusion blanket off because you might
Leave it
think
off.
it's keeping you warm, but
Mm-hmm.
boo-boo. You sitting on top of Mount Everest. That blanket is not doing nothing for you. You need a lot more than that.
smarter than men, why do they keep believing men's lies and opening up their legs?
Because it's called manipulation. It's not opening up their legs. If
Wow, you so smart. Huh.
Yeah, it's
You're
for
so
everything.
smart, you get manipulated by the dumber gender, is what you tell me. The dumbest.
That's literally what
Oh,
she
that
just said.
Is it true women typically want what they can't have?
No. Women
Is
can
she
get whatever
even
they want.
stopping to
Women
think
are
about these
easy.
questions?
They-
No, she's answering.
She's literally not. Here's the thing.
She's just answering.
She's responding to respond and not responding for understanding. You have to realize that if you're going to engage in a conversation with somebody, you have to realize your audience. Like, are they actually listening to what I'm saying for the purpose of coming to an understanding,
Yeah.
or are they just responding for the sake of responding? She looks like she's had 1 or 2 drinks, 3
Yeah.
or 4 drinks. She's responding for the sake of responding.
And a breakup.
Yes.
Yeah, she found out her best friend cheated.
Yeah,
Her-
best
her
friend
mans.
took her man.
are sluts. The men are sluts because it's a little, oh, you're nice, your little haircut, your edge looks good, your drawers are off.
This woman is beyond the. Bro, this is why I believe that feminism is a covert operation put in place by men. Women think feminism and the sexual revolution and all of that is for them. It's really for dudes.
You know what modern feminism benefits the most? Who it benefits the most?
Enlighten us, Marcus.
Very successful top 1% men. It doesn't benefit women. It
Wow.
doesn't benefit.
The 99% of us.
It doesn't benefit us. It's the top 1% high earning, high value men.
And
because,
why is that, Marcus?
Because I'll tell you, Janae. Because the women who think exactly like this young lady right here, they all want this type of man, that 1% man. And if y'all are all fighting for this man, y'all all want this man, y'all all open your legs to this one man, he's benefiting what? The most out of it. So it's like y'all are all enforcing the same evil you are talking down to and trying to denounce. You are actually enforcing it. That's the crazy part. And on top of that, it's never meant for black women in the first place.
That's what I'm saying. Literally, like, feminism.
You're dividing us.
Feminism is literally white women screaming and yelling against or at white men.
And not even all white men.
Yeah, my thing is like, if you're a black person and if you were genuinely pro-black, you would not have a reason to be a feminist.
Oh my God.
You wouldn't have a reason to be a feminist if you actually were pro-black. Like,
there is a division, we're going to make a video actually for this later on, but like there's going to be a division in the sand. You are either radical black feminist or you are in the black community. Black women, you decide. Pick your fate. Choose wisely. Because the rest of your life is at stake and loneliness potentially could be a part of that.
Because all that I'm seeing here...
Just saying.
All that I'm seeing with modern feminism are just the types of people to avoid. My thing is, if you are subscribing to a narrative where you are never wrong and, I don't know, like reality doesn't apply to you, stay away from me.
And me too, please. Yeah, but you can subscribe.
You can do that. If you are someone that does agree with modern feminism, let us know your thoughts, because I'd love to have a conversation about it. Maybe I have a misunderstanding. That is the case. I'll admit that.
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
Educate us.
Please drop some sources. All I'm seeing are just people to avoid.
On all aspects, if you're a woman or if you're a man, like just these type. If anyone who can't have an actual critical conversation, can we just talk? Take all of our biases out of it. Let's just talk and just actually think before we even answer. Like she's not thinking.
Take the emotion out of these.
Literally,
she's answering from her personal experience, but he's asking very general questions.
He is.
Just because I've been screwed over by men doesn't mean that that's the norm. Might be the norm, I don't know, but I mean, I think
once again, there's a lot of variables. Like, what type of men are you going for?
Exactly. Are you identifying red flags and ignoring them, or are you choosing to entertain them? Let us know your comments. Do you think these women were delusional that answered here? Do you think they were spitting facts? Do they had bars? Let us know below. You already know what to do, though. Yeah. Show us some love in the comments. Hit that like button so the algorithm knows what to do, and it boosts us to other people who enjoy living in reality. Hit up the IG, the bridge between us on Instagram. Let's set up some interviews so we can continue to bridge the gap between men and women in this community. Hit that bell notification so you know every single time we upload. And with that, we bid you adieu.
Yeah, thanks for seeing us on another episode, and stay beautiful, stay black.
And stay dangerous, y'all. Until next time.
We'll see you.